Greetings, everyone. This is Ivan Teller. This is a public channeling for the masses. We're channeling tonight extraterrestrials. And, of course, you can go to ivanteller.com, find out more about channelers. There's also humancolony.org. Become a member to learn more about this. I'm going to be coming up with a audio at the beginning of all these to pretty much say what I just said. That way I don't have to. This way if I forget. So anyway, tonight I feel, we'll just see how it goes. I guess we'll let this one come through. I have a feeling of Yahyel around me. Sort of like a world affairs type of entity, so we'll see how that goes. So that'll be interesting. So, we have some, oh, good. I was going to ask about if I'd like to do a prayer at the beginning, a blessing.
Yes, sir. I thought you're not coming tonight, that's why I missed your link. Anyways, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد صدق الله العظيم. Blessings to all. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. All right. Well, let's see if this one comes through. Then let's see if this comes through, and if not, we'll just leave the door open, see how it goes. After that, I'll take requests. So, all right. Thank you guys for coming, and see you in a few minutes, or see you in a while. Greetings. My name is Aldous. I am a Yahyel, not from your grid from Berkshire, but I am well aware of it. I am part of the Yahyel Society. I am
Welcome.
welcome. Thank you. I am an observer of your society, your news events, as you call them, your world events. I am here to bring messages, or may bring what you call clarity to your modern society, if that is welcomed on your side, on your end, as you call it. I am on your world at this point. Usually I am on ship above your North American continent, more around your New York state. But right now, I am on your ground level in a secluded area. But it is all as well. And thank you all for having me here.
Thank you.
Before I, as you call, open the floor, as I've heard, there's many questions I imagine, such as in your news organization, such as that train unsettlety that happened on your American continent. And much is going on there. Unfortunately, there is a reptilian influence there that was, you can say, the driver sort of, or what do you call engineer, however you call them, sort of let this entity in to help, let them in to influence them, such as reptilian. And that was the reason for, if I'm correct on the blackout, but there was other situations there, but I imagine that was on your mind. So it was still a human error, but it was also influenced by something else. I wanted to get that out there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Elvis, the thing I got in my mind right now is about the chip. You've heard about the chip to be implanted for the site-to-site
Yes.
with patients. The chip, I'm concerned about one thing, about our privacy. Our privacy regarding our intimate moments, our using the WC, the restroom, whatever. Privacy is needed. We don't want to be all over the place, right? How
Yes.
is it going to take control of that?
How can you take control of that? What was that? Oh, one moment. Let me find the right answer for that. To not go agree to that, obviously that is one way to go about it, to refuse it, but also that's refusing site to site also for the time being. And there's also those who, from my information, there are already those who have already found a way around that. But that is called breaking the law. So that is, of course, a no-no right now, but some have already done that. You just say, turn it off. There's already species that have already figured that out. But, of course, that is sort of taking out the whole reason for it. The whole idea is trust. So to do that is not actually... The idea is to have a partnership with this government that does not trust its own people, of course. In some ways I understand, but how to deal with that, I do not have a good answer for that at this point. There are no answers for it until it's more matured, where they found more trust within your race. At this point, and yes, they do have prying. Yes.
The only solution that I have in my head is we need a button to turn it off when we're at this situation. Just turn it off and on when we're back onto site.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yes, I agree with that.
All right. Thank
But
you very much.
I am not the one to discuss that with that. Of course, they are listening.
Good.
Which is good. But yes, I agree with that. It's the whole idea is to make sure that you come back. That is the whole point of it. And majority of you will. It's only a few that will that choose not to, and species that will help them not come back. But where you're Warrens, I don't see where there's see, the government, they trust. I mean, they are trusty, but your government, they're using that as a tactic. As far as
Yeah.
yes, go ahead.
Rowie, questions?
Yes.
No, I'm
Yes.
good for now. Thank you.
Well,
Second one's going on.
they're asleep today. Okay. I think they haven't got many. Nothing's coming. Nobody's coming up with questions. So, what do you do there in your planet? Tell me. What is your activity there?
My activities is more analyzing different societies, mostly yours at this point, to figure out what makes you, let me find the right words for that. What makes you tick, I guess. How we can help you easier. What is the best communications possible with your world to help your ascension along? Of course, we most because we have, of course, we're telepathic, so it's not always easy for us to communicate or understand. So we are getting better at it. The more we analyze data, the better. The more we channel, the better. One thing, though, as your, because I was listening yesterday about your Syria situation, understand there's many forces there that are wishing to prolong that war. Negativities around your world, fear, there's many agendas going on there also. Sort of to cause chaos to the neighboring countries. So basically, Syria is a hotbed, but many reasons for that war is to aggravate the countries around it. That is one reason of prolonging it. One thing's control. Other thing, it's to ruffle things up a lot. To also negative entities that reptilian, obviously, not so much Nordic, Greys at a time. Reptilians, they could sort of go there and sort of play ball in some ways. They go there to ruffle other feathers up. Some of them go there, reptilian younger, sounds strange, but some reptilians younger actually go there to try their stuff out. So that is one of the reasons for. In Russia, of course, there's a presence there of reptilian. Obviously, that's not going away anytime soon. Mm-hmm. And that is a trigger point also for war. That you may already know that there's talk of it, not necessarily movement, but much talk. Not towards the United States. That's more of chatter. But war with other countries.
Such as?
Obviously, they're funding Syria, but other countries.
Iran.
Iran, yes. That is more talk. Yeah, I'm not connecting with it. There is, yes. Of course, it's a moment. It takes a while. It takes a moment to clear my information into this one. Ukraine, that, oh yes, a lot of Ukraine, what's going on there, a lot of that's actually orchestrated by Russia to cause anarchy. Of course, they want to have smoother. They don't really care what others think. Really, they wanted to show who's boss. That's why much of that is going on there. Iran, yeah, Russia has, there's much going on there. As for war activity, of course, I cannot connect to it right now, unfortunately. Many deceptions going on there, many to disrupt other countries, that's all, take over, many plans to. As for what those countries are, that is, oh yes, your Antarctica. But of course, that's not a war,
Uh-huh.
but territory grab.
I get it.
What
I have
what
one
is
question.
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
What is a positive thing will be there through this slow process?
I'm not sure if I understood that. See, do you have another way of wording that?
If we see all this movement in many countries
Oh yes, I understand now.
for the change or more light, what is through this hard time, the positive thing will be emerge and be create maybe after 1 year, after 2 years, after 5 years. What will burn inside this coal?
Yes, obviously, just being positive helps send your energies around the world, such as Syria prayer is one way to do that. And negative realizes that, and that's why they get sort of furious. They kind of want to scream when you do that, but they do feel it. Oh, now I connect with that. But yes, it's a slow movement, obviously. It can go faster, but many are in that hypnotic phase right now. You understand that. They say, this is the way the world should be. We just have to live with it. And that's not true. You can actually change that with your intentions, obviously. You can change that with your energies that I am not going to live through this, but some wish to live through it, and you understand that. Some wish to go through that negative process. So as for positive, it's sending the message out. Just by being yourself actually sends out that message, that positive message of this is, or making yourself known also, not just being quiet, but being verbal about it, about this is not the way the world should be, and it should not be that way. The more positive wording you have as for what is truly going on, but I'm not sure if I'm being myself totally clear with that, but that helps with taking down the negative energies. That's right. As I was saying that, as I say about world affairs, ISIS is obviously controlled by many controllers. Illuminati is actually part of that. It's sort of a device to get what they want. They even use, there's actually not just ISIS. ISIS is sort of a public menace, but there's actually several others that are very quiet around that. They're more menacing actually, and they do not hit the news, and they never will. Much of your Illuminati or elites use that as to knock into other countries, to show them who's boss, or try to take over. So there's much of that going on with ISIS. ISIS is, yes, as I say, controlled by many groups. Actually, there's a Palladian vibe there. Positive, but also negative, unfortunately, because of agendas. So, as for the reason I'm bringing this up, is the reason for ISIS's creation is to, you can say it's their, you want to say their end game, their last. You can say when they created this, it's to show that they're still around, they are still involved, they are still in charge, at least trying to be. But they realize the Earth is shifting, and they're doing whatever they can to, stay on top. So that's one of the reasons. There are many more. Yes, any other questions? Sorry about that.
Yeah, I've just got one question, if that's okay.
Yes.
President Putin, he comes across as quite a secretive figure. I'm just wondering, have you got any information that we should know about him?
Other than, there's a reptilian influence around. There's several, 3 or 4 reptilians. They all have, you can say he's a puppet of them.
Yeah.
He's almost practically lost his soul in many ways, but there are times when he wakes up from that. When he does have a good soul, but it's been so manipulated right now that he's not even himself anymore.
Does he know it, that he's been influenced, or he doesn't know it?
He knows it, but I didn't realize that there's much.
It's the influence of power.
Yes.
Influence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just as power, you think it's a good idea at first, and then when you get into it, it's like
you get the heck of it. You get the heck of it.
Yeah, there's much regret there, but
okay.
There's not much there. There's a good chance of him changing, but I don't see that.
That is too late. That is too late.
Yes, unfortunately.
But what I know about Russian people, they're getting awake, but it's only a small majority of the corrupted people of the government and themselves, and the others are okay. And I know other star workers or channelers are going to Russia and they're saying it's a beautiful country and the people are so beautiful.
They are.
What's going on? Yeah, why is this corruption is taking control? Why is it small majority and the other ones are bigger ones? Yet it's not helping.
Well, reason being is negative beings such as reptilians and others saw that it was it's very spiritual there actually. It's very cultured. They do realize there's more to the world than what they're being told. And they're very open-minded people, unlike the United States. It's a little bit easier said than done. But with Russia, yes, and most of that has to do with Putin and many part of that government. Reptilians were there for a very long time. So they were always taking over those in power, and so that was become a custom. Of course, with Putin, he sort of let himself go and let him take over his whole being practically. There is a little bit of him alive, and every once in a while it'll come out and he'll be himself, but then he'll go back down. So, as for another leader taking over, I feel as if they want to keep him there forever, but who knows how that will go.
The Egyptian. Sorry, there's an echo. The Egyptian revolution is repeating itself in Russia, you mean? That's what's going on? Or not yet?
Not yet. I believe they're, in some ways, yes. But as for exactly like Egypt, it's more of a social media. Of course, that was a social media situation also. A non-violent. This one, yes, there is energy there for that, but it's more of a social media, more of a conversation, not violence, more of a talk.
It's under the table.
Yes, only because I believe many are afraid to go that route.
To face the government itself.
Yes,
folks.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
There was a very famous channeler on our planet a while ago called Edgar Casey. Now, he did state that Russia would be the hope of the world when it comes to a spiritual and social revolution. Could you maybe elaborate more on this?
Yes. Because of Russia's culture, because of it is a dominant country. I mean, you can almost ask for. It's right up there as number 2, at least in military, to the United States. It's pretty powerful. As for military force, but yes, because their culture is so diverse, it's so open-minded, that's a perfect word for that, is that, yes, their influences can go worldwide very easily. The energies there are so just, it's lovely there. Except for of course, the communism, it's somewhat still is there, but not as strong. But yes, but right now, there's, obviously, you know this, there's you could say a wall around all of that. And much of that is because of Putin. Once Putin loses power, if there is a way to remove him and others that are like him, yes, there will be a global renaissance. As for information communication, yes. As for when that will happen is unknown at this point, at least at this point. But yes, because once the negative regime is gone, because right now at least U.S. is seen as evil, other countries see them as evil, which is understandable in some regard. Of course, there's darkness on all their continents.
Yeah.
But yes, I feel that, yes, because of the population growth, the size of Russia, of course, China would be that same way also if it wasn't for the communist control there. But that's a little bit different story. That is kind of, Russia's a totally different story there. But with China, that's a possibility. There's too many, that can change at any time but Russia is more of Russia is definitely more open-minded to pretty much everything. To alien species, to other universes, psychic.
Elvis,
Yes.
regarding to the corrupted areas in the world, it's the source of it is the reptilians. So here on Earth, when we see anybody who's corrupted or closed-minded, you just wish him to be good and send him good energy and pray for that. So what can you do from your end as ETs and reptilians, were the good, the benevolent ones? What can they do to stop the bad reptilians from controlling the Earth? It's your baby then.
Yes, information. The more information, the better. Your David Icke is very helpful, actually.
He
To
is?
spread the word, yes. But of
Ah,
course,
I'm
go
talking
to it
about
with
your
that.
end. I'm talking about your end. You ETs at your end, you're the one who's controlling this stuff because it's your thing. It's been triggered from your end, you know? Your reptilians are the one who's controlling the bad people and the corrupted people
Oh,
and
much
the
better.
yes.
Oh, I'm
So we
triggered.
want you to trigger it from your end. You know what I mean? You
Oh,
do
yeah.
it from your end and we do it from our end from good intentions and wish them the best. So it's your thing then.
Well, I'm not a reptilian. I don't know if you
No, I
heard.
mean as ETs in general, and
Oh,
you know,
yes.
and you communicate with one another. You can intermingle.
Oh,
It's
yes,
easy.
but yes, I understand that.
Yeah.
But yes, but when humans accept their, what you say, offerings, there's not much we can. There's not much we can do.
Is that due to free will?
Yes.
No.
So we can give you another. We can give them another alternative, of course. But free will is where we can only do so much. We can communicate, of course, and to ask for such as information like this going through channels obviously helps. But as for our side, we are always battling them. We're always, well, battling is such a, not a good word for that. More always communicating with them. And of course they're, you could say, hostile at times. One moment here, let me help you, let me tap into that a little bit to give you a better idea of where we're at with that. It's mostly a human, yeah, they accept it. They more of their free will as for accepting that. Also, your elite is also part of that also. They sort of, as you say, see the world as a game. And such as like a board game. It's like where's our power? And in that they say we need to keep a hold of this area, that area. So we must. So that is much of their influence, and that's a human influence, not just ETs. So ETs are. I mean, there's only so much we can do with that. Of course, communication, of course, and to find a solution, definitely. But information always helps.
Ivan, Ivan, can I say one word? Ivan, or Elvis rather. What I'm trying to say, yeah, Elvis. What I'm trying to say is, any corrupted person on Earth, he has an influence from the reptilians. So I'm going back to the source of the matter. The source of the matter are reptilians' influence. So we are doing our part for wishing all the corrupted people on Earth to be good and wish him and send them the energy and so on. And you guys, from your end, do your part. That's what we're wishing you. It's not. That has nothing to do with violating our will, our free will, right? So this is a wish from us to you guys up there. Merci beaucoup. Next one.
Would I be right in saying Putin is a reptilian himself?
In many ways, yes. But not fully as for thought patterns. He's still very human. Of course, that's where you have greed, ego, power. So, because power, reptilians are more strength, not power hungry. I mean, they're power hungry, but totally different mentality with that. But for Putin, it's power, so that's very human. So, in many ways, yes, but he's half and half, as far as I'm concerned.
It's interesting, Elvis, because when you listen to him speak and address his nation, he talks with a lot of clarity. He talks with a lot of sense. I have actually a lot of respect for Vladimir Putin myself, and I often find it very interesting when people are say he's controlled and he's doing this and doing that. When I mean, nothing's perfect over there in Russia, I must admit. But I personally feel that he is actually doing a much better job than most of the world leaders there are.
Yes. In that regard, yes. There are certain areas where he is broken free of that, yes. But on our end, we see much influence still, much to improve. As for the rights of human rights, where that could be improved very much.
Yeah, I was quite disappointed when I saw the changes about how they treat homosexual, and they started getting very religious, Christian religious. It started getting a bit worrying, and I was like, well, this is a bit odd for Russia to go like this. So I didn't understand that either. But there's who, in your opinion, would you say would be the best leader of the country in the world as you study this planet?
Oh yes. As for yes, in that regard, yes. As for yes, your Obama is kind of lazy in many ways. Lazy, well, that's pretty obvious because of the golf tournament situation.
If we look through the maybe the 50 last year, which was the best?
One moment. Well, yes, there's different ways of looking at that.
Or more positive?
More positive. That was a tough one also. But I agree that Putin is definitely not perfect, obviously. There is influence around, such as all of them. They all have their influences. But yes, if there's anyone that is at least in a positive state of mind, at least a hopeful, yes, that would be Putin. I would say that. Obama, laziness. China, they don't have their people in mind at all, unfortunately. Somewhat,
It's isolationist, really, for China, correct?
unfortunately. Yes, there's always much improvement there. That is kind of difficult there.
How would you feel about JFK, John F. Kennedy?
Yes, he was, as your conspiracies say. Yes, there was many. Yes, he came into that life, came into that role as you say a puppet, which is very true. But he had a change of heart and became what he was intended as a president should do. And many good. There's you say he saw the light when he was there. Of course, he's not perfect.
Is it true his wife killed him?
You say his what was that? His wife?
His wife. I think her name was Jacqueline Kennedy.
I don't
That's
know.
news. Never heard of that.
Never heard. I don't believe so.
No. Okay.
I don't believe. No. No, that's just false information.
She wasn't very happy with his habits, let's put it that way. She had to put up with him playing around a lot.
With
But
Marilyn Monroe. That's
I say that
another
because
story.
there's footage on YouTube of Jacqueline Kennedy pulling his head down in the car,
No.
and then that's the one I've seen.
Part of his brain came out, and she grabbed it and she put it in her hand. She held it till he went to hospital. That can be a hateful lady, you know. She loved him.
I mean, there is a huge conspiracy about what happened around JFK. We could be here for hours debating it. I don't know what you can add to it, but obviously when that car was slowed down for the shot, I mean, that just explains it all, that it was a setup. So we all know that.
Yes, it was. He had a change of heart during his presidency, and with his power, he realized he can change things, and went ahead and did that.
You paid the price for it, huh?
He was silenced.
Regarding to Kennedy, is there a curse on this family? Because the whole family is being shut down. What's going on?
Not all of those are conspiracies. Some of those are actually real accidents. As for his, death of his son, JFK Jr.,
Yeah, look at that guy.
I have to connect to that. I believe it was malfunction error with a plane, pilot error also. I believe it was a plane crash.
Yes, it is. It was.
I don't believe there's. Yes, it's seen as a conspiracy, but as far as I see, there's no conspiracy there. It's just pilot error. That's all, and mechanical error along with it.
Okay, I've got a question regarding the reptilians. Are the vampire humanoid reptilians, or do they exist? Just an idea came up to my mind.
Oh yes.
Do they exist?
Reptilians are in many ways vampire. Well, of course, humans. Everybody's a reptile. Can be a vampire in many ways.
Is there people on Earth sucking blood?
I believe so.
Did you have a name other than the vampires?
I believe there's just cults that do that. One moment. There's just cults that are into those type of things. Reptilian influence, yes, negatively influenced into it. Not all. Some are doing it for positive reasons.
Positive? How can that be?
They believe it gives them power.
That's not positive.
Well, to them it's positive.
Can we do something to stop this from going on?
I can't stop that. That's
no us.
I'm not sure.
Just wishing them good, all that.
Yes.
Okay. Surprisingly, things are weird.
Hello, I have a question.
Yes.
About Obama. Is that true that he's the last president of America?
No, I don't believe so. Maybe the black president, that could be. That's always in the air.
So it's going to be the last one, the white?
Well, it might be the last black president. It all depends on your elections. I don't believe it's going to be the last president. No.
Okay, thank you.
Might be the last lazy president, for a while at least. Yes, as soon as he got into office, all he wanted to do was go on vacation. So that is very fascinating.
Hawaii.
Yes.
But he looks so spiritual to me. I don't know. Isn't he spiritual, this person?
What was that? He's very spiritual.
Obama. Yeah.
Somewhat. He had influences around him for a while, but I feel that there's there is spiritual out, yes, in his own way, yes, spiritual, yes. Not in a way that you might see it as. Spiritual as in playing golf and being with his family.
Oh my goodness.
As far as I see that, he is very normal. As for his politics, much of that is part of influence. A lot of that is not him, that's others influencing his decisions, which is probably pretty obvious because it is the nature of his job, but much of his presidency is not him, it's others influencing him. Such as your Obamacare situation. Much of that was under control of others to bring that about. And there are positives to that, but unfortunately much negatives also.
So he's really a people pleaser.
Yes.
Yeah. You please the people in a high level, you please them on a personal level, and also at a ground level too.
Yes, trying to be the normal man. Yes.
Question.
Yes.
I'm more from Canada. I will like to know what kind of positive thing the Canada brings since 20 years on the world.
Positive culture.
Any form of thing, as he was not a powerful country military, but he have probably bring more thing in other way.
You mean your Canada's influence on the world? Is that what you're...
What positive influence he bring?
Yes. It's more of as far as in my opinion, it's more of a neutral country in many ways. Neutral as people. Politics-wise, it's... Of course, you don't want to go there, but let's not go there. As for world, yes, many people have no issues with Canada. Of course, it's butt of many jokes, but that is only because there's actually much love there. There's much compassion there. People actually care about each other and actually talk to each other. Of course, there's around the world also. There's areas, pockets, as you say. Europe is very friendly in certain areas. America is, to an extent, it's friendly when it needs to be or has to be. That's a different story. But Canada is a country where you go to get away from it all in many ways. To get away from what you call, pardon my French, the bullshit.
Okay.
Have to use that word.
Okay, and for the next 20 years, what role he will have? What positive role he will have in the world?
Next 20 years, which is strange, which is not strange. As for, I'm going to put this in the alien perspective. Obviously, I'm doing that now. But as for alien contact, I feel that there will be much more there than there is now. Of course, that's probably around the world. That's not exactly like Russia, but Canada, you could say, is a friendly place for visitation as for aliens or extraterrestrials making a stop or a friendly hello. If that is, Canada is definitely an open-minded place compared to more open-minded than other countries. So as for visitation, there is, as far as I'm concerned right now, is very high. United States is still, that's a hotbed. They want to land there, but they cannot for many reasons, obviously. For 20 years, I believe as what it is, the cultures of Canada will be more well known. Right now, it's known, but many of its cultures, of course, they call it liberal, but they see it. Of course, Republicans see it as a negative. Being liberal is without war. They mostly peace, majority of it. So it's Canada is like what is the word? It is a, one moment. It's something to look up to for other countries, such as America, which doesn't. The chaos of America or United States is just, it's like a firebomb. It can learn much from Canada, actually, but right now that is not. As for being influenced in the next 20 years, very slowly.
Okay.
But that's right now.
Okay.
You say the United States is in a bad way. Do you think the United Kingdom's in a bad way as well? Because I'm from the UK.
Oh, for spiritual, yeah. I'm going at open-mindedness to extraterrestrials. That's where I'm looking at it, and that point of view. UK is very open. There are different areas where that's very open. Not entirely, of course, but it is more open than the U.S. It's funny. Many of the UK would they're actually praying for extraterrestrial contact, which is,
Yeah, I'm one of them.
yes, just to end all the wars and everything, which is lovely.
What's the spiritual importance of the UK? I mean, I'm from the UK as well. We have some very big power centers in the UK, and it has been very influential on the British Empire, on the growth of the world. What was the plan there exactly?
As for global affairs,
Yeah. What's its role going to be in the next 10 years?
okay, I understand that. One moment, I have to connect to that. Obviously, in the past, this was dominated the world, but now it still does in many ways, but in secret. It's very dominant on the United States level. Of course, that's not spoken about too much, but they still dominate it very much. Through money, through banks, that's pretty obvious to those that are in the know. Through the banking systems. 10 years, let's see here. Yes, the UK is in many ways like, you can say it's like a key. When that key is turned, the world sort of changes with it. In many ways.
Yeah.
United States, you could say, of course, they seem like they are just, I mean, they have power, they are powerful, but they're quiet in many ways. The United States is more talkative. Russia is talkative, but UK is very dominant with their influence. And I believe and I feel that there is much positive energies there. I just say negative control much of it has been lifted. There is still some that try to influence it. But I feel as if they are very open to new things, such as extraterrestrial visitation. Of course, obviously, they are part of the talks, side to side. That is definite. And as for, I believe they have more than the United States, they have more of a understanding of extraterrestrials and more of a welcome, actually. And within the United States, welcome is not so much. There are other influences there.
That's interesting. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anything else?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
Is this the real? By real, I mean, is this the reptilian Elvis or is this the Elvis?
It's
Yahyel.
actually Yahyel, Aldous. Sorry about that.
Oh,
Aldous. No.
what? I'm sorry. Answer is
That's where
my
her name.
answer. All right. Anyways, I have a theory that awakened people with certain psychic abilities can help awaken people who
Yes.
have not.
Yes.
Like just being around them, not talking or anything. Like today, I had an experience where I sat down, and a woman across from me said that she saw like a white being behind me, and she's never seen it before. So did I just by me, my energy being around her, did it awaken her sleeping and psychic abilities?
Yes, I believe so. But you are correct about. Yes, it was an entity that wished to be known. And
To
yes,
me or to
you
her?
are very,
Oh,
your power is very unusual.
can you give
To be able
give
to
me some
do
good details
that
on this?
is not very common. Yes, you're very open-minded, so you're, but also protected also. So you're open, but you're not, you're open to positive, obviously. And yeah, your energy is extraterrestrial. You're more open to psychic, your human power, and your extraterrestrial power. So other entities are attracted to that. So that is very fascinating. And you'll get stronger as you go along.
So can just by me being around these people, will I just further their abilities just by being around them?
Yes, at times. Yes, it depends on them if they wish to stay awake to that.
Okay.
Yes, you say your energy, you can say, opened up, sort of made it easier for the spirit to speak or be known.
Can you give me any details on the spirit? My question is, did it mean to make itself known to me that way, or did it want to make itself known to both of us?
One moment. And you said the lady noticed it that was standing behind you, or
Yeah, it was standing behind me. I guess on the back left of me. Yeah.
I believe yes, that's spirit. That is definitely spirit. And for her to notice that, she has psychic abilities. She's just not very in tune to it.
Yes, I told her the same.
Yeah. So with that happening, that gave her a whole new perspective. So yes, I woke her up. As for how far she'll go with it, that is up to her. So yes.
Thank you.
Yes, it's.
Is it possible you can pick up on my energy?
Yes.
Thank
What are
you.
you looking for exactly?
Just any information, basically. Any insight, any advice, anything really.
Other than that, your guides are very protective of you.
Right.
And they wish to direct you to areas where there is much knowledge to help you ascend.
Cool.
And maybe they've realized that you're very interested in like the mysteries of the world, and they wish to help you understand those mysteries.
That's good. Thank you.
Yes.
I have a question, Elvis. Today, before I came to this hangout, I was lying down on a couch, and all of a sudden, a blue breeze blew on me. Not a blue breeze, a beautiful breeze. It was a good one. And I said, "Hello, angel." And I wanted it to speak, but nothing happened, of course. So what's going on?
Well, it's two. I feel two things. Your guide is also is part of that, but also a Palladian energy is part of that.
I've been told yesterday I have two Palladian ladies about me. One in spirit, which is the main guide. Her name is Rebecca, and the second one is Monica. So I have two beautiful ladies about me.
Yes.
They're the one that blowing it all over me.
Yes, I feel it's a yes. I feel it's actually a male energy that did that, but yes.
The male one is Kevin.
Yes.
So weren't they gonna speak? I want the speaking part, the intellectual part.
Oh, they speak all the time. You just do not listen to them.
My ears are now open.
Oh, well, give it time.
Okay.
Give it time. They don't want to bear you down with their thoughts and want you to live your life. And to when the time is right, it will come through.
Okay.
It's
no big deal.
Yes, they can't. They don't want to bog you down too much of their business.
I was looking for all this stuff more than 10 years now. Yeah, since 10 years I was interested. I started opening up to angels, and I go, oh, I love angels so much, and I was looking into this stuff.
One thing, though, I tell you this. I believe they're going to open you up to new things very soon.
Beautiful.
Spiritually, yes.
Thank you. Thank you. This is a beautiful relief.
Yes, welcome.
Folks, wake up.
Marco, do you have a question? Okay. You're not now? Okay. Just quickly. As my guide is ready to give his name to me.
For God, let's see here. I believe he wants to keep that between you and him. That's what I feel.
His nickname, maybe?
No one. He's not speaking. He's very protective.
Yeah, protective because...
Protective of you. I feel that you have a bond with your guide, and it's sort of like it's like chivalry.
Do I need to give you some permission to lift that a little bit?
You can do that. Yes, that would help.
I give you a permission to do something positive.
Yes, that definitely helped. He's obviously a male. You wanted the name, correct?
Yeah.
He has many names.
The short one?
For right now, he's going with Neptune.
Neptune?
Yes.
Oh.
Like Greek. There's a lot of Greek energy, ancient Greek.
Oh, okay.
Ancient Greek society around him.
Okay. Did he have anything you want to say now to me?
Oh, one moment. Let's see here. Basically, it's go with what you're receiving. You're receiving several downloads, so just where you're going with that is correct.
Okay.
His names, however you're feeling. Where you're going, he's slowly feeding you different information from other extraterrestrials right now.
Okay.
And spirits.
And short question. If you watch my energy, do you feel any negative energy or limitation which could be lift now? Remove?
Yes, there is a reptilian influence, slightly negative, only because he's watching. Let's see what his deal is. I think he's just watching because the reason he thinks you're part of some sort of. It's funny, he's talking. Magic.
You think I have magic?
Well, you have magic abilities that you're unaware of. That's what. And let's see.
Tell him I will transform him in rabbit if he don't.
Yeah, turn him into a rabbit or something. Yeah, I feel that the reason he's there because you're unaware of your abilities and he wants to keep it that way. But you can change that.
Okay.
It's up to you to get. Yes, you can.
Yeah. If you can remove, if my guide say okay to remove any limitation, you can go.
Yeah, I feel like he has made an exit, but he's still looking in. That's all. Yeah, he was. Okay, I think you're okay. Let's see how that goes. Anything else?
Any ability? Which ability was active for me now?
Psychic ability. Obviously, everybody's psychic.
Okay.
Be able to read others clearly. I feel that you have that. Maybe not. Maybe that's not totally known to you, but I feel that if you work on it, it will be tuned more. Also, let's see here. And also energy, to be able to manipulate energy. You have that ability also. Control power, objects, that type of thing.
In the way of like the chi or something like that?
Something like that.
Okay, and which one will be almost ready?
I would concentrate on the psychic part at this point. At this point, it's more useful than manipulating energy is more fourth dimensional being. I mean, of course, everybody has that ability, but some have it more attuned than others.
Okay. The two last channeling, we meet two kind of alien, like the golden and the white white alien.
You said you like to channel them?
No. I just the question is more what is other color exists? We have the white, we have the gray, you have the golden. What other color do you have? Do we have green or blue or?
Oh, I mean, other species, what colors they are?
Yeah. Positive.
Of course, well, they're all different colors, types of species. They're all different types.
But in the same form as the gray.
Oh.
With other color.
Gray. Yes, they're red. Very well known around here. There are reddish type of grays. Of course, you have your gray. The bluish type.
Bluish.
Yes, bluish. Oh, of course, that might be close to your clairs. I'm not. They have some sort of blue color to them. There's purple.
Purple. Okay.
Purplish type grays. Reddish. One, I think I mentioned that one.
Yeah. Do you have a specific name for the red? For the name of civilization for the red one?
Not at this moment. They wish not to be known right now.
Okay. Do you have a specific name for the purple?
Some Zetas are purple.
You just say purple is enough for name?
Purple Zeta.
Zeta? Okay.
Some are red, some are actually slightly blue,
You have a green?
obviously gray. Green's in it. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Not that I know of. They might have an offshoot, race that I am not aware of. That is very, very likely though.
Do you have a name?
No, not right now. No.
Okay, Elvis, we have
Okay.
answered to ask you a question, and then we need your blessings, please, before you go.
Thanks,
Language.
Alisa.
Thank you. I have more of a message than a blessing. Let's see here. Or maybe it is a blessing. See, my wife tells me she has an influence over me. And she says that, see if I got the words right on this. Many of you have gated communities, many gates and walls to separate yourself from the rest of the world, and that is not a friendly world. That is a closed and unfriendly society. I'm not sure if this is a blessing or a message, but to take down those walls, take down all of those gates, unnecessary, what's the word? I don't have the word for that, but all those unnecessary boulders, and take them all down. Obviously, you need walls for your house, but you do not need a gated gate around your house to seal you off from the world. That is not a society do any of you wish to be part of. That is up to you, of course, but without walls, without borders, your society would actually become more together in a positive way, eventually, of course, because your world's a little bit different. But, so my message is to take down all those fences and walls to separate you from each other. That is all I have.
Thank you very much. Any other engines coming through?
I have a question. No one else does. Oh, sorry. Here, hang on one more. Sorry. What's his name?
Elvis.
Rakeem Williams asked what entities are around him.
Gray, Palladian, and one reptilian. I don't think that is not a negative. That's a positive reptilian.
Thanks.
And Yahyel.
Okay, we need to move on for having new entities, please.
Okay, thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Well, I appreciate it.
Namaste.
Now,
Come, Mr. Ivan. Please grab a glass of water.
How was it?
yeah, he had a lot more to say, but he's being careful with it. Well, spelled, you want to go to continent to continent, country to country. Different things anyway. Yeah, it was good.
You did
Yeah.
a great job, Ivan.
This is just a theory, Ivan, but I think your eyes change color after every entity you channel. Like,
No.
they see green now, but I swear when I first met you, your eyes were not green. Like,
No
I
way.
would make a bet. Like, I'd put money on
Really?
it.
Yeah, come closer to every time when you're on the screen. So look at your eyes.
I'm not thinking right now. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they're usually more blue.
Really?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I swear they were not green because I was watching a video and you
Right.
were channeling a reptilian, and I felt the reptilian in it, and then I saw your eyes, and they were like a
Goodness.
like a
Th-
grass green that's been watered. It was beautiful.
Thanks for pointing out that.
That's
Really.
interesting.
That is interesting because it's actually a medical fact that people with I'm not insinuating anyone has multiple personalities here, but multiple people with multiple personality disorders or orders, they can actually, when they have different personalities coming through, their eye color can even change, and that's a
Hmm.
medical fact.
I told you yesterday, this channeler, his face has morphed into 3 stages. All from since he began till the last video that I saw of him. His face has changed totally, as if 3 personalities came into him. It's pretty surprising. It's really surprising that things happen.
Mm. Darren
Yeah,
Anker as well. He seems to be looking more and more like what I see as Bashar to be like.
yeah, he changed. He did. He changed.
Yeah, he's been doing it for what, 30 years?
Yeah, plus,
Yeah.
I suppose,
Yeah, that's
32 something. That's a
And just
lifetime.
on the one entity as well. I mean, that's pretty intense, you know. All right, he has brought through a few others, but yeah, that's a real commitment.
has he channeled others or just mostly that one? I mean,
Mostly the Bashar energy, but
Mm.
he has brought through. Bashar has helped him bring through other beings as well. Usually, he's his facilitator. So, from what I've studied from channeling, is that usually your higher self, or you have someone that facilitates all your other connections for you.
Hmm.
I don't know how that works for you, Ivan.
You have a
Yeah.
gate.
I'm just open to everybody on the universe, apparently.
And
Ivan,
you gotta
Ivan,
think though, there's no privacy between him and Bashar. Like Bashar must know every single thing about Daryl. You know, there is no sense of privacy.
Ivan, can you channel your higher self? Come on.
Myself?
Come on. I never saw any channeler that channeled their higher self.
I'll have to think.
Everyone channels ETs or angels or.
Yeah, let's ask some questions to higher selves.
Well,
Let's see.
we can channel Hillary Clinton's
Oh,
higher.
yes. Of course we did. Hillary Clinton, remember? Yeah. We channeled her higher self. He did.
That's
Oh,
interesting because most of you actually do channel your higher self a lot of the time anyway. So,
That is true. That is very true. Yeah, I feel mine. That's interesting.
yeah, I brought Shiny through myself a few times but he only ever seems to come through like when he really wants to because I allow him to anyway. So if he's really, really wants to make a point, he will, and he will come
But
through.
it's your higher version of you. It's not your higher self. Everyone channels the higher version of them.
Right.
So what do you think, Ivan? Who do you want to bring
Higher
in?
self, higher self, higher self. Talk to him. Come on.
Well, we had a request about Orion. You want to channel someone from
Yeah,
Orion?
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I love Orion. Let's go.
And I'm with Noah on that one. Although you did channel the Orion Council, and I request the Orion Council.
Orion Council just okay.
I want the Orion head.
It's
Okay.
funny. It's funny. I get a reptilian feeling when I mention that, but maybe not. But a
good.
nice one, obviously.
Okay.
But
If it's
yeah.
Orion, I'll be grateful. I love that guy. Okay, let's go. Let's pray for Ivan and let's have him channel peacefully. You can send him good energies. Yep.
Orion Council here.
Ooh,
My name is, call me Devin.
Devin.
Greetings. Greetings to all of you. How fascinating it is to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I am filled with joy to be here. Brings me much excitement. I feel very privileged to be here. But there are a few that channel us, and there are those that keep us a secret, and very few that make us public. And I am honored. Thank you. What are your questions? You called me here. What do you want? What would you like to know?
Do I have a connection to Orion? Have I had any past lives with you guys?
Yes. As for within the council, I imagine I say imagine, that's a terrible word. Yes, you've had many friends within the council. I'm not sure if you've been an actual member, but you have been a friend, or still are a friend.
And then my other question is, I was told by a reptilian entity named Elvis that I should be more positive about myself, or I don't believe what I think is true. With my psychic abilities, do you resonate with that?
Yes, you must trust it. Let yourself go. That is ego. Trust yourself. Just let it go. And I know it's more difficult. Well, you're at a young age, which is very good. So mastering that is, when you get older, it's sometimes harder because you think what you're bringing, what's coming through, is insane. That's a good word to say. As you think it's wrong, you think you might be wrong, and you're not wrong. So just let it go. Just let yourself sort of take a step back.
Well, thank you.
Hopefully that helps.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I am doing well, thank you. It's much
Okay.
beautiful day.
My question is, someone told me that I am Orion starseed. Is it true?
Yes, but I don't believe. Do you have the? I don't believe. Do you have the memories of a Starseed lifetime?
No.
Or life on? Yes, I believe that was kept away from you, which is probably best.
Yeah, and they
But yeah,
say that there was or neutral or negative, some kind of light over there. So,
oh, what kind of lifetime it was?
like
Or what time?
neutral or negative.
Yes. Yes, much of us are neutral.
And yes, I love looking at your a sign of Orion. It's always in front of me when I'm in a balcony.
Yes.
It's so beautiful. It's a clear like a belt. You can see the effects. It's beautiful. Yeah. Thank you. Oh yes, one location. I had astro traveling this afternoon,
Yes.
and I just remember that there was very very tall beings around me, and they were talking about something with me, like negotiating about something, and when I wake up, I just remember only that I was just uh, telling to myself, oh, they are not that big, they are not that tall. I'm just like half of them or on their knees. And I want to know, I remember how they look like, but I'm a little confused because they're like 10, 12 feet.
They're white beings, correct? Or something like that?
No, they weren't white. No, very colorful.
They're very colorful.
Some of them hairy, some of them not.
Very colorful beings. Oh. I feel it's a. They're from the Pleiades. Pleiadian type of Pleiadian. Pleiadian species. That's what I have.
Can you tell me what was the conversation? About something serious. That's what I feel, that this was something serious going on in the conversation.
One moment. Let's see if I can. Oh. Well, I can tell you that they're very secretive. It was involving you, but I don't believe it's in a negative way at all. I believe it has something to do with your ascension process.
It's not side to side, I think.
You don't believe it had anything to do with that? I don't believe it had anything to do with that, no.
No. Oh.
It's something that's what I'm feeling from it's something that's private. I don't know what it is, but it feels very private, whatever it was. And I feel that they will give you the information at a later time.
Yeah.
Hopefully that helps.
My last question. Can you check me if I have any implant? I'm giving you permission.
Any negative implants or an implant altogether?
Yes. Everything.
There was an implant. It was a negative one, but I feel that it's been removed. Yeah, I feel it was a reptilian type of implant, but it's been removed.
When was it removed? And who removed it?
Oh, when it was removed? A while ago. I feel that Orion had something to do with that.
Great.
Yes.
Lovely. I love them.
An unnecessary implant, that was all. It wasn't harmful, but it did not need to be there either.
Wonderful.
Yes.
May I ask the last question?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell me the names of my guardians from my right side and left side?
You want the name of your guides? Is that basically what you're looking for?
Guards.
Your guards?
Yeah. We have a guards, one right, second, and left side.
As for spiritual guards?
Mm-hmm.
Or spiritual or okay, spiritual guards. As for their names, oh, that's a difficult one. One's male, one's female. That's what I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
They are not giving me their names. Yes, they're very, even with permission, they are very secretive. I believe they will give you their names on a personal level when they are ready for that. They want to keep that private.
I understand. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. Bless you.
It was, that's all that I hear about your implant being removed, yes, that was Dakar.
Yes.
Hey, I love
I
him. I
love
love
her.
him. Send her our love, please.
Little
Love you very
family.
much.
Yeah.
Love you very much.
Great.
And I know that I have Lyrans that they are protecting me
Oh
right
yeah, she
now
loves you
here.
very, very much. So yes, well protected
Yes. I love you all. I love you all.
there. She heard that also. Very well.
So greetings, Devon.
Greetings.
My name's Rowie.
Greetings.
It's great to have you here. Like Zenaida too. I've had a fascination with the Orion constellation. I don't know why. It's been an amazing fascination I've always had. So interacting with somebody from the Orion Council is very interesting to me. I'd like to ask a couple of questions, if that's
Yes.
possible.
Yes. Yes.
I'd like to ask if you are part of the Orion Grey Collective.
I am not, but there are some that are.
Okay,
Yes.
so that my next part of the question is, do you have a hive mind mentality, or are you individually, do you have the individual thought process?
Yes, we have the individual. Some do have the high mind that wish to have that. There are.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a collective. It's a information to. They feel it's best to be connected to many. That way, they're more influential. But yes, I am individual. I am. I think for myself. But there are times when we connect to the high mind and to help when help is needed. So we can connect and disconnect when depending on the situation at hand. For right now, I am individual.
Uh-huh. Thank you very much. My second question is, could you give us a brief history lesson of your interactions in our solar system, of your race, of your collective?
Yes,
A
many.
brief one.
Yes. Yes, through your histories, many of us, most of us at this point are observers. But in your history, many were on your planet to help with the you call the human experience. And in there were some, of course, this is my way of. Others have their own points of view, but my end is that our presence on Earth wasn't always helpful at times. So that's the reason why we have a presence on your world, but not a huge presence where we are seen as your Lyrans are currently. And in the past, we had a huge influence in your ancient world, such as your pyramid time, and even before that, Atlantis time, we were around. And our influence was not always taken well, so at this point, we are at a distance, mostly. Not all of us, obviously, but we watch Earth and many other worlds, obviously, through their ascension process or through their political process. We are present. As for as for Earth, we can go into that hours into history, but during your Roman Empire, mostly during your Roman Empire, our presence was quite abundant. And then during the days after that, or during its decline, we left. But some are still there. At least the ancestors are.
Devon?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Welcome. My inquiry, it's a bit French to me, I don't know why. What I'm saying is, what's your specialty? The Orion consultation or consultation? What is it? What is it's people's fascinated about? I don't get that. Is
Oh,
it has
well,
to do with the Egyptian civilization and Atlantis, or is it much more? There's something
oh,
there.
with your Hawaii,
The
Hawaii,
fascination.
your fast.
What is your
With
yeah? What is the specialty you've got?
yes, Egypt definitely is one. Also, you've had lifetimes on Orion. Those that are fascinated with it have lifetimes, several actually. Of course, I can't speak for everybody, but for you, definitely have been there several times. And when you come to Earth, you still, in many ways, carry those memories with you. And many on your Earth have had a lifetime in the Orion Council, at least one lifetime within our Orion group, as you call it, Orion Group Council. So that is another reason for that. And what you've learned from your world, you go, then you reincarnate on our world, and then you come back here. So you're helping, you bringing your knowledge, even if you're unaware of it, you're bringing our knowledge into your society.
Mm. So the ones who have incarnated uh, from your past civilizations like Egypt and Atlantis and so on, they are fascinated with you. They've been in touch with you. That's why you make themselves obvious to them when they look at the sky. They can see it very clearly.
Yes.
So that's how it is. Good. So what if I want to go and tap on the Egyptian civilization and their hieroglyphic writings? Of course, I cannot read it, but if I look into that and thinking of you, Orion consultation, was it? Or council, let's say. Is it going to be easy to be able to interpret it, to interpret the whole thing?
Somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
I would say half and half with that.
Half and half.
Yeah, yes, because sometimes when you think you have it, you say, "Oh, that can't be right." So half and half, I think.
Half and half.
Yes.
And how
But,
do you look like? I'll
oh,
have there's an echo there. What I'm saying is, how do you look like? Are you humanoid? Are
yes.
you like the species in the Egyptian hieroglyphic writings on the walls? How do you look like?
Well, I am humanoid. I go by the looks of an old man, actually. So I
Okay.
do not look like your Egyptian, drawings, but I look like an old man.
Indigenous like.
Yes.
Great. So, and can you present yourself to us if we're looking for you?
I have to connect with that. At this time, no, but in the future, yes. Right now, there's so much going on your world. Just at this point, through astrally, yes. Through other than that, that is all we can do right now. There's
Mm-hmm.
too much interaction going on, or too much at this point.
Who's talking here? Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry. Continue. Does it bug you when you were there and you have a huge civilization in Egypt and all of a sudden it's been taken away from you? It does hurt when I see all these beautiful monuments, torn down. It does frustrate me because I love it so much. So I need to help. I need to do something to stop this. We wish to, but it's not in our hands, of course. So what do you think in this aspect?
Yes, it saddens us. It saddens us also, but we understand it's part of your Earth's. It's part of your course of your world. We cannot obviously interfere. But understand many of those monuments are being actually protected. Not when they do get damaged, it means that the protection was not good enough. But for the most part, majority of them are protected at this point, as far as I know. But the pyramids are definitely protected.
Great, great. Folks, any questions?
Hello, Devon.
Yes.
Just one question. Yeah, I'm Alan, by the way. Sorry. Hello. I'm just wondering, do I have a connection to Orion?
Yes. As for details on that,
Yeah, if you could share any details, any knowledge, anything really.
one moment. I'm having issues with that connection for some reason. Well, I can tell you this. You do have a. Not sure if you'll. I think you're already aware of this. Like a reptilian past life.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So many of Orion's, many of our teachings or education, our knowledge that you took from our civilization and took it to your reptilian civilization to bring peace among those that were not always very peaceful.
Yeah, because from
So,
what I understand, I was a good reptilian, one of the nice
yes,
reptilians.
I feel that, yes. I feel that, yes. A nice reptilian surrounded by reptilians that were not always so nice, but very powerful. And that's the lifetime that stands out. I imagine you have other lifetimes, but that one stands out the most. I guess that's the most important right now.
Oh, thank you for that insight. Thank you so much.
Very welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
I will try to be short. In the previous channeling, I asked about similar gray form with the red color, and they said they didn't want to give their name. Okay, I will just ask to send message. They all welcome to make contact with us when they're ready.
Oh, through channeling.
To these type of the type of alien similar to the gray. Same form, but just they are red.
Yes, the red. Yes, they're not very well known on your planet, or channelers, or however you want to call it. Yes, they do exist. They are, as far as we know, peaceful, but they are not just. They keep to their own.
Okay, well, maybe just change my sentence. They are welcome to positively make contact with us.
I believe they will.
And are they open to tell us what specialty they have?
I believe so. In some ways, they are shy here because of all the complexity here.
Yeah.
But I believe they will. Yeah, it's better for it to come through them than come through me. But we've had dealings with them, but they're positive for the most part. They try to not be influenced by other grays, such as the Zetas. They try to not be, because there's much history there that is.
Are they open to make contact with human?
I believe so. Yes, I think so. In the future, yes.
Okay, just thanks them for that, and if they can just send me a little positive contact of energy to let me know to let me recognize their I don't know word for that, but their path or their energy path. And I will open to that.
Hunter?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, hang on. I know you guys can.
That's okay.
All right. I found out today that I had someone research my name, and they found a lot of interesting things about me. And what was my role in the with my family name, anyways? The turn of the century, the late 1800s and the early 1900s. I was told there was a UFO crash, and the pilot of that UFO had a Christian burial, and it involved someone from my family. and I was wondering if you can give me some more info on that.
Are you aware of the species that was buried at all?
No, I only know that it crashed into a windmill here in Texas near like Gonzales area, and that it was given a Christian burial with the rights of a Christian.
I believe also this is not the first time this has happened. This has happened many times in the past. Of course, this was more friendly than others. I believe it was a gray that crashed, and which is odd because it was just one. It was just one, but yes, I believe it was just one that was found though. Yes, there was. Oh, that's strange. But I'll give you what I can gather from that. There was one. There was a burial. It was done in secret, obviously, for obvious reasons. You want to know why it was done with a Christian burial, or why?
What connection did it have with me? Because we were researching my name, and the date February 17th came up, and that came up. And I was wondering, what did it have to do with my name, Hunter Barilla?
Well, other than that the entity that was, or species that was buried, I believe they're in your presence, if that's where you're going at. That's what I get. They're around you in a positive way, and to give you knowledge of your capabilities. That's what I feel. And much of that had to do with, such as you mentioned that, of course I can read through this conduit. You were aware of ETs very early, correct?
Yes.
That was on your own? Or is that...
kind of my father telling me how he saw them, and I was skeptical at first, but I had my own experiences.
Yes, because I feel that it was mostly, of course, he can say whatever he wants, but I believe that what your own experience is what opened you up to all of this. And I believe that gray, I believe it was a gray, I'm just going by what I have there. That gray is influencing, helping you with that information. And that has been actually soul contracted, as far as I can tell. Does that help?
Yes, it does. And what's the first step of changing your soul contract?
Very simple. Just to be very sure of yourself, and to just... I'm going to go back to that Bashar, because that Bashar is always chatting around. If you do not put your mind to where you want to go, and that's all. That's all there is to it. Put your mind to it. So if you want to be a spiritual teacher, you will be a spiritual teacher. If you wish to be a millionaire, that might be a long time, but you will be a millionaire. So you just put your mind to it what you want. And do not let negative influences bring you down. Don't let others bring you down. You put your mind to it and you just go for it. That's how it works.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the info, and if you guys would ever like to talk to me, I don't know, I enjoy the whole council thing, and I enjoy you guys, so if you guys want to talk, I'm here.
Thank you very much for that.
Hello, Devin.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine.
I was just wondering, I think I have a connection with the Orion Council. I just wonder if you could give me any more information.
Yes, you've had many lifetimes within the Orion Council, many influential lifetimes within many different species. Yes, you were one that, of course, your father comes up. You know, here, I'll give you this. Your Earth father, at least, is very shy compared to you. Of course, he's not shy, but in many ways, when you were on the council, you were very outgoing, and you did many things. You were very like a workaholic, but all in a good way. But you influenced. That's why you're very like in tune to species around you and knowledge. Is because that door was never closed. Well, you did not want that door to be closed. So you're basically been awake for a very long time, or forever for that matter.
Man, I'm telling you.
Yes. So yeah, your influence goes. I mean, it wasn't just one lifetime in Orion Council; it was several. And you're part of many, many different species, extraterrestrial societies. Lyran was one of them. Palladian, you were just all over the place. It was quite exciting.
Yes, it is. I'm glad to meet you and send you much love. Thank you.
And also, you were taking our knowledge and expanding our knowledge, but also you're gathering knowledge from other species in a more rapid way than we actually do it today. You did it more of abundance. So it's an honor to speak to you.
The honors mine as well. Thank you for speaking. I'm glad speaking with you as well. Thank you. Yes. That's very fascinating. Appreciate it.
Is there anything else?
Hi, my name is Maria. I have a question. Could you please explain to me what is my connection to Naga? And he's calling my spiritual name all the time. And I can hear him. I'm not speaking his language, but I suppose so. I guess that's what the curse is.
You want to know your connection with Naga? What's that all about?
Yes.
One moment. They're very private with this, so I'll give you what they're holding back on much information. That might be why you don't know anything right now, because by now you should need to know something. They're very private on revealing. What I feel from them is that you're like a sister to them.
Yes, they told me we are one.
Yes.
There's no separation, and I was only called my queen. And actually, Takur said when I had that name, that spirit name, I was a queen in a planet. I don't know exactly what's going on, but that's
Within the Naga itself.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, because they're very protective of this information. That is why I can't even connect to it. I would tell you what I am. Yeah, because it's very personal for them. You're very personal to them, so they're very protective to you, like such as a spirit guides can protective. So they wish to keep this. Give me something, please. They're very, very secretive. So to get anything out of them, obviously, they love you. As for a queen, that is a good possibility. One moment. Let's see if I can get anything out of them. Yes, I feel that you were like a high priestess within their society. You were very influential to them. Your ideas help them evolve. That's what I feel. Does that resonate with you at all?
Yes, because when he's talking to me, he says stuff I do not understand. Sometimes I say, English, please. And I get the idea of what he's talking to me. I felt at one point, the word that I heard, it was like, I love you, we love you, something like that.
Yes.
There's no separation. And then chanting. I heard a lot of chanting. They're chanting with me, like.
That's another form of their love. It's another way to express their feelings towards you. So basically, Are you aware of any other Nagas on this world? Obviously, there.
No, but I feel like this one is a male Naga. I don't know for because uh, without me really realize, I always say he. He. Everybody keeps telling me, why are you keep saying he? I think it's a male, that the one that contacts me.
Yes, that is correct. There is a male, but followed by a female. And I feel the female sort of whispers information to him to speak to you.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like a romance in some ways. So, yes, they're very protective of their societies, so they wish to, from what I gather, stay secretive. At least at this point.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ivan. I appreciate it.
Alex?
Hi there.
Hi.
I'm wondering if you can shed some light on the topic of planet Nibiru and whether or not it's something that anyone should be concerned about.
One moment. Yes, there's much unrest there. But as for this planet being concerned, well, this world is pretty well protected as for that. Let me see here. I feel that many were trying to get into this world to influence it in some ways in their own agendas. But I believe they were unsuccessful. But there is much tension there, unfortunately. But they are definitely being monitored, I should say. But as for, I wouldn't worry about them here, if that is where you're going with that.
Okay.
I don't see that, at least at this point.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I expand on that a little?
Yeah.
So, the creation of this entity, Nibiru, this planet that's being talked about all over the internet, being talked about through maybe some history too. Was there a certain race that were trying to enter our reality through our imagination, through our concept, through our form?
And that's what you're asking, if they are trying to do that? Yes.
Yes, because we would notice a big planet in our solar system. It wouldn't be that hard to, well, it'd be very hard to hide it, put it that way.
Yes, but it's been, I would not worry about that. Some might be still worried because of their intentions, which is, like I said, they are being monitored right now. So your world is very well protected right now. So as for them, they were not understood at first when they were first causing havoc, as you say, but far as I can tell, they are being. There might be every once in a while something might come through, but most of the part, I do not see a threat there at this point. At this moment.
When you say they about the planet, who are you talking to? Like the people who live on the planet, or
Those are on it, yes.
who are they?
Say that again?
Who are they?
There's a race. It's you call them, they're kind of mischievous in some ways. So they are, you say, warning their powers, and they are, you could say, using this world as an experiment. That is what I'm gathering from them. Is there anything else? But as I said, I don't see them influencing. If there, yes, there are certain ones that might end up on this world illegally as you can call, but they are dealt with pretty quickly. That's what I have.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hello there, Devin. It's Sarah. How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Good. I was told that the Orion Council were sending me messages, and because we've been having a problem with remembering our dreams or our astral projections, I don't feel what the messages are, but yeah, I keep looking up.
One moment. Have you dreamed at all recently, or anything?
I've been dreaming some scary crap lately, some just stuff just out of my ordinary mental scene going on.
One moment. Yes, there is an influence around you, obviously, and several others. Negative influence to keep you from receiving these messages.
Yeah, but they're giving images that I'm just trying to figure out why. What's the point? It was just, it's, for the most part, it's rude.
From what I gather, those that are doing this, one moment, I can speak to them. Of course, this, I don't believe this is a lie. They will leave soon. They have reasons for their, and at this point, they are hard to remove at this point.
What exactly are they doing, and why are they getting into my
Well,
mind?
as far as they are concerned, they're doing this for your benefit. Of course, that's what they're saying.
In what way? How does it benefit me to show me, like, really, like, gross images?
To keep you from knowing what your full potential is, which is not very helpful.
Would they stop that, please? It's annoying. I gotta wake up and have this memory of this vision and just being disgusted.
They're being dealt with. They're a little bit harder to remove. They're very powerful, so I feel that it'll be gone very soon. They are being dealt with right now, so they are, because you've heard of course, you've had many prayers for this for a while now to rid of them or rid of whatever it is, and I feel as if they will exit very soon. That is what I have for you. Hopefully that helps.
Okay, so outside of those beings, what is the Orion Council trying to tell me?
Many things. You are connecting right now, correct? With many languages, correct? With
Yes.
your ability, you are correct. You are connecting. And obviously, these forces realize that and went there as a block. Because much of the knowledge we are giving you will help you blossom into a powerful being. And of course, the negative sees that. They do not wish you to be like that. Wishes you to watch television. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Become a zombie, as you might say.
Okay, I've been through that process. That's not happening.
Yes. But as for where we are going with our messages, there are several. I don't have all of them access to me, but it is to activate your fullest potential. And it has been paused because of this, but it will be, of course, with through your world's ascension process, many of your powers are not totally needed at this point because of where your world is, but will be used in the future. But once this is removed, I feel that you'll feel many females from Orion speaking through you to help you with languages to understand exactly where Mostly languages. Help you
Oh.
understand what they are and what they mean.
Oh, wonderful. And just now, before I got into this hangout, I felt like I was speaking to someone telepathically in my head.
That was Orion. Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, it was a female's voice.
Yes. I feel that that will continue, and
I
feel
asked for her name and she said, "You will know soon."
yes. It would not be just one female; it would be a second one also.
Uh-huh.
So it is coming.
Okay, she's being mysterious then.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Positive way, of course. Welcome.
Devin.
Yes.
I just got a couple more questions. I was just wondering what your opinion is on chips, of me getting a chip, and also if you could connect with my ET dad, Del Eve, and wondering what his opinion is too about receiving the chips that they're talking about.
The chips for the site-to-site, correct?
Yes.
Yes, we disapprove of that completely. Your father disapproves of that completely, and it's many of are upset from that. And we are also. We do not care for this. It feels like it's invasion of privacy and also invasion of your well-being. It's just they, as far as we know, as far as we don't feel like they are doing this for your best interest at all. You know this, and but also it's. I've heard this spoken before through this channel, and it's very true. It's putting much light on them that they do not feel comfortable having. They don't. They wish to stay in the shadows, and much of this discussion has brought them into the light, and they do not care much for that, because that brings more attention onto them, and then many of those that are in your conspiracy world that they are called, that believe in elites and all that, shadow governments for that matter, are proven right. Of course, there's more to it than many of them would wish to go, as for the alien side of it. But none of us agree with it, and it just...
Have I received the chip? And if not, I can reject it. Have I received it yet?
I do not think so. I do not feel that.
All right, well then I guess I'll reject it. Then I don't feel I need to take more time. If my dad disapproves of it, then I can understand where y'all going for. I just was trying to expand and help humanity, as well as me, healing and stuff. I really, would like to go to Tibet ship and stuff and get healing and stuff. But I appreciate it. Thank you.
Devon?
Yes.
Devon, this is Noha again. I have a fascinating obsession with the Egyptian civilization. I'm so thrilled by Nefertiti, Isis, and Cleopatra. So what is the connection? What is there for me?
You said Isis and Cleopatra?
And Nefertiti.
On Nefertiti, I feel that you had a lifetime within that time period, and also knew her.
Huh?
Does that feel right?
I'm fascinated. I love her. I don't know why.
I feel your connection with her is very, very strong. As for Cleopatra, I believe you just knew of her through her history.
Uh-huh.
And admired her strength and...
Exactly. Yes, I like that. Isis?
Yes. Yes.
You feel anything about that, about Isis?
Isis, oh. I am not connecting with their energy for some reason.
What about Hatshepsut?
Yes. As
Uh,
for a lifetime, then,
yeah.
or
As for the relationship with her.
I believe you had a lifetime during that time period, but not you did not know her on a personal level.
Personal level. Okay.
But you're aware of her influence, and it touched you very closely.
Yes. Beautiful.
Yes, very nice.
And anything with you in person as being from the Orion Council?
Orion, yes. I believe you had many lifetimes within Orion. Within the council, I feel we've known each other through 2 lifetimes.
How nice.
Yes.
I'm touched. Thank you very much.
Very much. Thank you.
Welcome. Next
Greetings,
question.
Devin.
Yes, greetings.
It's Brother JC. How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
I've been, I stumbled across a synchronicity and a connection, oversoul connection, if not an alternate timeline connection with Osiris. And I was also wondering if Osiris, during the Egyptian times, was from Orion, or if it was a mixture of Orion and Syrian energy.
Yes, Syrian, more Syrian than Orion. But yes, both. Correct. A spiritual leader, I feel. Yes.
Thank you.
Lovely energy. Welcome.
I'm sorry to jump in like this, but it's on the same topic.
Yes.
What is it that the Orions and the Syrians have to do with the Egyptian symbol of the snake? And did that have anything to do with anything?
That means, let's see, the snake, that's more from your, obviously, reptilian counterparts from Orion. There is a reptilian group called the Orion group. That is more of their creation. More of them than Draconian.
Right, but the way the Egyptians used it on their crowns, their diadems, their clothing, the bracelets, the jewelry, what is that?
Well, in the beginning, it was actually very positive. It was because the reptilians are obviously on Orion also, and the positivity was many reptilians from Orion that were positive were a positive influence within Egypt. But of course, the negative moved in and kind of slurred the information a little bit. But much of it was positive. The reptilian, see it as knowledge, because many reptilians were philosophers. They're very peaceful, but you wouldn't even if they didn't look reptilian, you wouldn't even think that they were reptilian. They're very, very calm, very loving beings, and that influenced the Egyptians very much. And it helped with their culture, helped with their civilization as it was growing. But of course, with the negative influence that came later, sort of gave it a negative insight. But in the beginning, it was very positive. So hopefully that gives you a... Because many reptilians on Orion are today, of course, they're ancestors at this point, but they're very, very loving beings.
Thank you.
Yes.
Stephen, then.
Hello.
Yes.
I was wondering about. There's one time I was at my job, Rensenberger, driving a van, and in my passenger seat, he was a conductor. He's this small, little, skinny black dude, and I was talking to him, And when I have a sense of, if people are different, I just ask the general questions, and I asked him if he was an alien or reptilian, and he's like, well, I wouldn't tell you if I would, and then I started asking him more questions, and he says, oh, I'm the good one. I was like, oh, really? I was like, okay. And then he said something really quick, like, like something really quick. I was like, what? I was like, what? But he wouldn't tell me. He just looked at me. I was wondering, was that a reptilian?
Yes, it was a positive reptilian. I also believe from Orion, at least had a lifetime.
Really? So he was a reptilian. He was just in his human form. Oh yeah. Well, he had a little watch. He had a watch that was orange, like glowed orange, and he did something on his watch, like he hit a couple knobs. Like after I told him that I was an alien too, then he did something on his watch. I was wondering, what was that? Do you know? Was it had something to do with that? Because I told him I was an alien too. Or do you know?
One moment. I don't believe the watch had anything to do with anything. It might have looked like it did, but I don't believe there's any, it was going to beam up to his ship or anything like that.
Sweet. And I can reject that implant still, right? That chip is still okay for me as long as I didn't get it. I can still disapprove of it.
As far as I know, yes.
Okay.
And I must get going. I don't do anyways. Is there
No more chance? We cannot take a question?
Oh, yes. If you have anything else, yes.
Actually, this thing came to my mind. Is the Egyptian hieroglyphic writing, is it correctly translated, or is it defaulted?
Yes, it's a yes and no to that. Many has realized this, that there is much that has not been shown to the public, and that those writings are held back. So in general, yes, in most regard, not completely. For the most part, far as I can tell, of course, that takes a while to scan all
Explain.
that.
Okay.
For the most part, yes, but there are many Egyptian part of Egypt that are kept secret. That way they're not lying. They're not even showing it to you. So much about Atlantis, your ancient history, there's much there that has been kept back. Is there anything else?
Yes. Maria had a question. She was wondering why she couldn't remember her dreams anymore, and did she get her training on May 3rd and 7th as she was told?
Training, you have any more information on training? I'm not quite connecting to that. Is there any...
It just says telepathic.
Telepathic training?
3rd and 7th.
That helps, because it could be anything. Yes, I believe so. Yes. Yes. Of course, you might not feel it, but yes. Definitely. Wonderful.
And Mark was wondering then the previous channel he said he had. Never mind. Thank you.
Well,
Much love to you.
Much love. Thanks for coming.
Yes.
That was helpful.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love your energy.
Thank you. Yes, our Orions, we are quiet in most part because many of us are observers, but we do send you knowledge, and of course we channel through certain ones at certain times, but even through there, the channels don't always express our true thankfulness. Thank you for letting us speak to you, and we love you very much. And we bless you on your ascension process every day. And we bless those
Go ahead.
Bless those that are skeptical of all this. Bless them also.
Our feelings to you is likewise, of course. It's the same one-way road, two-way road.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Many blessings to all of you.
Merci. Well appreciated.
Love side to side.
All right. Thank you.
Grab a glass of water, Evan.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yes, welcome back. That was wonderful.
So, why the council, not a single one?
Well, that was a single one from the council. So.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
We'll ask for
Well, I guess-
Orion, the entity itself.
Yeah,
Next
we did
time,
ask for that.
probably. Yeah.
Ask and it is given.
Yeah, they always come as an old man, the ones I've channeled.
Mm.
All white hair, white skin. Interesting.
Did we? Is he an or Orion, or was he just another species from the Orion Council?
I believe he was an Orion. Yes. Humanoid. As far as I can tell.
But I asked about the part about humanoid. He said he looks like a regular human being. But why is it humanoid then? Just humanoid is half-half, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Mm-hmm. So this is why. Then. Was beautiful.
Yeah,
Just loved it. How's your strength and your ability now? Are you doing good?
Yeah, it's doing good.
That means another entity, or this is it?
It's getting late. Probably.
That's okay. It wouldn't take much of your time.
We have one more channeling tomorrow. What is this now? What is his name from Nirvana? We're channeling Nirvana there tomorrow.
Who?
You're channeling Kurt Cobain tomorrow?
Kurt Cobain, yeah.
Are you serious? You're going to channel Kurt Cobain tomorrow?
Who is he?
I'm sorry, the rapper?
No.
Sorry. Sorry, guys, I know I missed up the intro.
Hey, let's Evan explain who's Kurt Cobain, whatever his name is.
Oh, he was the lead singer in Nirvana. He was started the whole alternative music genre.
And there was a rumor floating around the hangout sphere of Bob Marley, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's a rumor. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
It's just a rumor that I heard from somebody, so I was wondering.
Well, yeah.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's bring some music on.
That is Yes, that's Mr. Mystery Guest on the second half of it. Yeah.
Yes, that's and I was told, so I was asking you to come to the boss man.
Yeah, should be fun.
Beautiful. Sounds good.
I'd like to do a blessing.
D'accord, monsieur. Much love to everybody.
Much love.
Much love.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Blessings.
Do you have any translations?
Blessings.
Not as of yet.
Let Evan explain or translate.
But when I translate, I get worn out. When I did the last translation, I was so dead after that. That takes a lot.
No problem. No
That's the only
problem.
reason why I don't do it. It's the only reason. I would do
Oh,
it.
but you got to get over it some point, Ivan.
Hey, and I want to let you know that was about you.
Oh, yeah.
What?
We got
That was
you
about
should
Ivan. That
leave.
last one, Sarah, that was about Ivan.
Well, there you go. There's your.
Oh, was it?
I hope it was good.
Oh, that's what you felt?
I'm pretty sure I heard it, if I'm not mistaken. I'm
You're
pretty
probably
sure
right.
that was translated to me.
Excellent.
Nice.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Notice I didn't hit the stop button. Notice my hands are away from the button.
That's what I was trying to learn. I saw you like you waited for a second. You were like looked at Sarah, and I started laughing because I knew what you were thinking.
Yes. He held his hand back. Go ahead, Ivan.
The
Turn
trigger
off.
figure was at the right.
All right. Thanks, everybody.